So Butterfly Networks just reported earnings. I want to take you through their recent earnings call. What I'll do in this video is I'll go over some recent buying. We saw some Wall Street as well. I'll go over the short interest for this company. And at the end of the video, I will give you a price prediction for Butterfly Networks. So with that being said, let's talk about it. So some of the highlights of this quarter. So we saw 2023 guidance of 64 million and improved EBITDA guidance as well. They removed 170 million of annualized expenses over the past year, which extends the cash runway to 2026. And we see strengthened leadership team with disruptive healthcare and commercial expertise. They announced Butterfly IQ3 to be launched in 2024. There's a couple improvements on that, and I'll go through that in a second. And then they introduced a new educational offering, Butterfly Certified and Butterfly Scan Lab. So that's basically just educating people to actually use these products, which I think is very useful and will kind of help sell this thing, right? And then launched Butterfly Garden, so that's an AI marketplace to increase third-party AI development with the Butterfly platform. And they also launched Powerful by Butterfly, which is a chip model. So basically, a chip deal that they have with another company. And then, so here's a part of their educational commitment. They don't want to just ship these products out. They want to have these products be in educated hands. So they created a Butterfly certification, if you will, to actually use these products. And then let's talk about Butterfly Scan Lab. So the standalone AI-powered educational appliance for scanning practices includes written walkthroughs and reference imagery to guide real-time educational scanning. And then AI image quality indicators for real-time adjustment feedback, interactive AI labeling for key anatomy location. So, this really does make it a lot easier to learn how these products work. It's basically you can use the product and get feedback from AI while you're using it. I think this is a huge product innovation and should help differentiate this company from many other medical device companies that are out there. And then let's look at Butterfly Garden. So that's an Access all-in-one developers package. So you can create with the Butterfly platform to the world's first semiconductor-based whole body ultrasound. So this has kind of been founded in conjunction with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, along with the the University of North Carolina of Chapel Hill. So this is another big product innovation for the company. So there's basically a developer kit for your application to access images captured, control, gain depth, and preset of Butterfly IQ. So once again, it's just building upon their existing products. So this is pretty cool, right? It can tell you what the estimated age of you know the issue that you're seeing, that you're identifying. So that's pretty cool. And then so this is their chip partnership. So this is where the company called Forest. So basically they're aiming to implant a chip into someone's brain. I know on the face of that you might be like, "Whoa, is this a movie?" No, this is real. But they would do that to help someone who's having neurological issues, just so you can kind of see where those issues are within that specific brain. So it would be very useful. This technology will unlock personalized understanding and treatment of the human brain. So rather than kind of treating every brain issue the same, you can kind of go in and identify exactly what's wrong with someone's brain. And then, so the IQ3 is coming out, and really the improvements will be on image clarity optimization, performance improvements at every phase of the ultrasound development, and new automatic ways to capture images. You can kind of see how Butterfly IQ Plus and Butterfly IQ3 kind of stack up. So you can see IQ3 is much more clear. We can see IQ3 once again much more clear there as well. And we can see slight improvements as well for IQ3. And then in terms of the financials of everything, so obviously the company beat on the top and bottom line. And then revenue from a year ago is down 21%, unfortunately. But we have seen an improvement in gross profit margins, which is very good to see for the company. So we saw a 5% improvement in gross profit margins. And in terms of operating expense, we did see somewhat of a decline as well. So that's good. We're seeing margins go up as operating expenses drop. And we saw EBITDA losses decline 61% year over year. So that was good as well. The only really unfortunate part from a year ago is we've seen cash on hand drop significantly. So we see about a $87 million drop in terms of cash, but we still do have an increased cash runway up to 2026. And that's really just because we saw a massive drop in operating expenses over the past year, which should help this company continue to fund its future operations. And with that being said, let's take a look more broadly at this company. So yes, about that chip partnership with Forest. So the company announced collaboration to develop the first implanted whole brain neural interface powered by Butterfly's ultrasound. So this is the first chip in a brain. I know Elon's been talking about it a lot, but it's actually this company that's doing it first. Funny enough, I mean, Butterfly Networks, it really does have a ton of support from Bill Gates and other huge founders. So I think that's kind of helping drive innovation at this company, right? And then so just to give you some numbers behind this deal. So the deal includes $20 million in milestones paid to Butterfly. They'll get, some type of royalty for every single unit sold. And then collaboration highlights on one of the many potential applications of Butterfly's novel ultrasound one-chip technology for complementary technology development and device enablement. The agreement includes $20 million to be paid to Butterfly for annual leasing, chip purchases, services, and milestone payments, of which $3.5 was received on signing. So they got $3.5 million right when they signed. And then Convergent Research recently announced $50 million in new philanthropic, kind of charity support for this company. So, this is really only one of the only publicly traded companies you see out there kind of getting charity from the broader financial industry. And that's really just because this company is really helping the world, right? They're building a handheld ultrasound, which can be taken to countries that don't have much access to medical care. You can take a handheld ultrasound, go overseas, and walk around a country like Africa and really help out, because when you have these stationary ultrasounds, you can't go to a country and help, right? You'd have to go there, build an ultrasound. It's a lot more costly, in fact, than the traditional ultrasound. So it just really makes it more accessible to a bunch of people, and that's why this company has somewhat of a charitable tilt towards it, is because they really are improving the world pretty drastically. And then with that being said, let's take a look at the recent buying that we saw from the company. So this is somewhat dated here. I won't lie to you. This is from August. So we saw a 5% increase from Vanguard, a 6% increase from BlackRock, and a 10% increase from State Street over the past quarter. We'll get an updated 13F in about a week or so. I expect we'll see that BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard are continuing to buy the stock as shares drop. That's just typical passive manager movement, right? Basically just right-sizing their portfolio. But one recent update we did see is ARK Invest Management pared back their exposure by about 0.3%, so 0.3%. So we saw a bit of a drop in terms of exposure for Cathie Wood and ARK Invest. Don't think it's a huge deal, though. And then Wall Street unanimously is bullish on this stock. So we only have 3 bullish ratings from Wall Street, 0 bearish ratings from the rest of the street. So that tells me that Wall Street has a bullish general consensus on the stock. And with that being said, let's take a look at the short interest for the stock, which I think is quite interesting. So the stock has 13 days to cover. For those that don't know, that basically means that it takes 13 days of average volume to cover the shares that are sold short. So typically when we're looking for a short squeeze, we look for a number over 10 to signify a high likelihood of a short squeeze. So we're at 13, definitely signaling that the stock has a high likelihood of a short squeeze. And then we have 13% of the float sold short, so definitely nothing to sneeze at there. And then Fintel ranks this stocks with the highest likelihood of a short squeeze. So Fintel kind of sees what I'm seeing here in terms of short squeeze likelihood. So that is interesting there. And then with that being said, let's take a look at the chart and give a price prediction for this stock. So unfortunately, this is a stock that has been underperforming the broader market for the past couple months. We've been underperforming really since August of this year when stock was about $2.50. Obviously, we've fallen a lot since then. And we're coming off a test resistance at around $1.20. Unfortunately, I think in the short term, from a technical standpoint, we would see somewhat of a rejection of this level, and a move down to about $1 would be my best guess. So I say $1 as this is where shares had topped out on the 25th and the 24th. Past resistance acts as new support. Therefore, I believe this $1 level could act as support for Butterfly. Obviously, long term, I have a very positive view on this company, so I really do think, now and buy more of this stock personally. From a trading standpoint, it is really just this call. I think we probably fall down to support at around $1, just from a trading standpoint. That's what the chart is telling me, right? So with that being said, covered a lot in today's video. Appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe, and I'll see you here next time. To learn more about the financial markets, well, I just released a new course that will teach you everything you need to know about the stock and option markets. You can find that at happyinvestingtoday.com. Also on the site, you can purchase one-on-one coaching sessions where I will break down your portfolio to help optimize your assets to meet your personal financial goals. Additionally, to better assist traders when searching for setups, I'm selling trading bots which will give you buy and sell signals and tell you how your trading strategy has performed historically on any stock or cryptocurrency that you're researching. Finally, if you would also like to see what me and my experienced trading team are doing on a day-to-day basis, join our Discord, which is linked below, for a free 7-day trial. With that being said, please leave a like and subscribe. Appreciate you watching this video.